I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Recha HaKwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles and even the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Honors as well to you, brethren. Shalom also to you few sisters, sincere ones, and shalom to the elect. So anyway, I'll try to make this real quick. Me and a brother was talking, elder of DC, Elder Monaghan, the camp regional head. And he was saying, I guess he saw this clip, or maybe a brother shared it with him, of the deacon who was ready to air a live stream in a few days. And, we was going back, we was talking about how, okay, it's about the money or the views or whatever. And I was going to go in on this guy, but, it can be problematic because now we see that he broke off from his head, so to speak, from the leadership that he was in. Now he's getting ready to do videos on IUIC. I don't know if it's negative, but Sakari has united with them. So we could see a clash, or maybe this is all agent related. To me, I believe it's all agent related. I believe all this stuff you're seeing is definitely not a coincidence. And all his followers, they will get on my page and say, one of them said Hassad is a king. I actually got that, literally got that text still in the page, that video I did on him. They called him a king. IUIC says, one of his followers said, all praises to Bishop Nathaniel. I actually saw that actual clip, no lie. That's when he was riding that horse. So you can see that these guys are setting themselves up as idols, right? They're setting themselves up to be wise, to be smart. You see here the deacon, he's holding, I'm just scrolling through his channel, he's holding books, and saying register now. Register now. He's got the video up that I did on the channel with, what's his name? Chief Ephraim, who's now, and I think I titled the video, Chief Ephraim is going to be the new deacon of the Sakari. I was saying probably, I'm not saying that was a fact, but he opened it up and he uploaded it to his channel for whatever reason. And I don't just think is the need to go back and forth with these guys. It's the same old thing. Right here it says the sisters join up with the sisters. So I'm also believing that their whole job is to deter the women from the truth, and you can't do that because only the Lord could do that. To me, these guys are hungry for views. They're hungry for followers. They're hungry for women. A lot of times when these groups do that, these women, they see this and they say, well, there's no way I would want to be in a group like this. Now, this picture they put in here with these older men, right? And I guess they're alluding that that's the apostles and those little girls, and they are girls, by the way, if you can see the picture. But there's a difference between girls and women. Let's go up here real quick. This is what you do when you have nothing else. Or you're trying to build viewership, build a fan base. That's all they do. And the simpletons, and they'll come on my page, you hate your brother, you hate your brother. I guarantee you they won't say that in this video. I guarantee you that. And when I do videos on them, that's the first thing they do. You hate your brother. You hate your brother. Yeah. Okay. But there's no hate for this, right? Anyway. We're not going to repay evil for evil. We're not going to lie on them. We're not going to say that they exploit, through lies, exploit women in clubs and exploit the truth at a Passover and so forth, and go in DMs to try to catch women and go to strip clubs. We're not going to go into all that. But first, let's go to, let me read this quick article. It's right here on Google. It says, in the ancient Israel, puberty was considered the time when girls were ready to become adults and have children. They often married at the age of 12 and 16. I mean, if anybody understands Western culture and the Oriental culture, you know, then you would know. I mean, there's cultures today in the East that still follow some of those practices. Again, we're not saying that we are going to take, in this society, we're going to get married 12-year-olds. Did you know Isaac was in his 40s and Rebecca was young? Isaac was in his 40s and Rebecca was young. I don't know if anybody knew that. When I did research on that, I'm sure the brothers of Great Millstone knew that. I'm just saying and speaking in general to people who didn't know that. And it was not a problem. Women today are not geared up, even young men. You can't even call them men. So we're not in that kind of society right now, and there's no way that we would go try to take and grab up little girls. Again, we would be on MSNBC, the World News, and everything else. Anyway, let's get a scripture real quick. 2 Peter. I'm not going to make this long. 2 Peter 2 and 3. And through covetousness, right? Let me go up to the NIV. In their greed, these teachers will exploit you with fabricated stories, right? Their condemnation has long been hanging over them, and their destruction has not been sleeping, right? So these guys, what they're doing is they're exploiting the truth with fabricated lies, right? Saying that we teach to take young girls and lie with them. You know, personally, if I could today, I wouldn't do it, because the mindset of the women today, they don't have that concept. Young women even too. Well, hell, some of the older women don't, right? It's hard to get around that. And I'm not going to try to make this video such a defense on that topic. We're just saying in the ancient times, age didn't matter. You get young women today say age don't matter. I've heard it when I was young, and I'm not a young man. And I've heard them way back in the day say that age is just a number. And it's not exactly just a number. You can't mess with an 8-year-old and 7-year-old. We understand that. That wasn't of the customs, nor do we teach that. Now, we know the history, and I'm not going to go into some extra resources to try to prove anything at this point. Well, we are going to prove it. You can Google it. You can go into the historian, the books, historian. It tells you Genesis 25 and 20. Let's go there. Let's go to Genesis 25. Let's go to Genesis 25 and 20. This is what it say. Genesis 25. And let's see what it says. It says here, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, a Syrian, and Pandanaaman, the sister of Laban, the Syrian. We actually just read this earlier in class, going back over it. Okay, so we see here that Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah, right? And Genesis 25 and 20. 25 and 20. It says, and Isaac, took Rebekah, was 40, his wife. He was 40 years old. Isaac entreated the Lord with his wife because she was barren, and the Lord treated him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived. Now, when you go into it, it says that Rebekah was around 14 years old. You could look that up anywhere. Some say younger, but around 13, 14 years old. This was Isaac. Isaac was 40. It says it in the Bible. He was 40. It says here, she was thus 14 years old when she married. So, let me go back here real quick. You ever take a look on your medicine bottles of your aspirin, ibuprofen, cough syrup, all your medicines, and it'll say adult 12 years and older? Why does it say that? I mean, this is important because this is our history. You got these Israelites popping up talking about the Israelites. This deacon, he's sitting here, he's selling all kind of apparels and shirts and clothes. He's just making merchandise off of the truth. And this is why we believe it's all for the hype. Here's something else he has on his channel. Imagine an Israelite camp saying the laws of God can't save you. I'm going to start blitzing camps. And this is why they united with the IUIC. And if this was the case, why did the Lord send his son? I mean, you know, they're going to say what they're going to say. But there was a reason why he sent his son. Because the laws that we were following, right, we were going to hell off. And this is what people do when they try to use the law to show favor. And it's going to boil down to faith. And I questioned them on Revelation 2 and 10. Right? When the devil shall cast some of you into prison. What did it say? Be faithful unto death. That's the most important part of the law. Right? Or let me say that's the most important part before the law. You have to follow the first commandment. Right? We know the law. We need to have the law. Right? We need to follow the law. But that is not what's going to save you. Those fringes, not going to save you. Guarantee it. When you look at the fringes, what were they worn for? A sign of remembrance, right, of us and our covenant with the Lord. Well, now we lost our identity, and those fringes didn't save us back then, right? Now we don't do away with wearing fringes. We go to camp and we wear fringes. But what's our remembrance now? The remembrance is the Messiah, Yahushua. He's our connector through faith and belief. Because you got a lot of people who follow laws and they still wicked. And if this is the case, why do you guys ain't got the Tefillin and the phylacteries? Why you guys ain't wearing everything? If you're going to be following the law, right, why don't you got it all? But that's another video. I'm not going to go into that. Right? But these guys, let's go to John 2 and 16 in the 2:16. To those who sold doves, he said, get these out of here. Stop turning my father's house into a market. You know, other translations said, take these things hence, make not my father's house a house of merchandise. So anyway, I further took a look, and you know I went over this before. What's up with this? Haven't reached marital ceiling? Are you experiencing irreconcilable differences? Feeling alone? With no Israelites near you? Our services include marriage counseling, family therapy, career counseling, and trauma therapy. What the hell is these guys? Are they some... You know, have they went to college and got some special degree? Right? I don't know. You know, maybe they went and became clinical therapists. I don't know if this is the case. Then they need some for themselves. With some therapists do see other therapists. I don't know. This is crazy. The scripture says in the book of John that this is our comforter. And whatever a person do with their personal thing, that's them. But these guys are merging the world into the truth. This is unreal. Come get... Oh boy. This is what's going on. Going back to 2 Peter 2 and 3, a little bit of commentary. It says to make merchandise of you, deal with the souls of men as merchants, do with their goods, carry them into the market and sell them. So false teachers deal with the souls of their followers, draw them and sell them to Satan, and they themselves pay for it, right? These guys are selling hats and shirts, all kind of apparel, all kind of hustles. Help this brother here. Help. I'm not at all against taking up, a treasury or something to help, somebody who's sick or in need, or a family lost a loved one. We're not even going to say that. I'm not against that. But if you're bragging about how much money you got, you can see these guys and see they can't get the big bag with the Sakari, so they have to go on their own and try to get the bag that way. You know what I'm saying? So they done went on their own and got the bag. And now we can see that things are going to transpire, and we're going to see these guys sit back. All we got to do is sit back and just watch. Just sit back and watch. Watch what you see start unfolding with these guys and how dirty and grimy it starts getting. This is just the beginning of their griminess, right? It says here, and thou covetousness, they will exploit you with fabricated words, right, as we read earlier. For whom the judgment of long ago is not idle, after their destruction does not slumber. Destruction mode. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that out. We're not gonna go in on this guy. I just wanted to show the hypocrisy, and this man will do anything for the viewers, and the viewers are on there making fun, talking trash. They all excited. This is the horrible part about it. And then at the beginning, he titled it, what did he title it? A black cult. So this leads me to believe, right, that these guys are agents. They're doing the same thing Vocab and them do. And all of you followers, you don't care. All you want to see is the next degrading of another Israelite, right? And talk trash on them. And we don't try to degrade these guys. We try to tell them that they're going off, right? But and it doesn't work. You had every Christian in the world posting their videos up about those in the Passovers with the black woman shaking their booties in their face. And then they'll do videos saying we like harlots. But they at the goddamn, they're right there at the strip club with the women exploiting the woman. So you women can't see, you know what I'm saying? You can't see you being hustled. And this is supposed to be love? This picture right here. This is supposed to be love. You love your brother, right? This is probably why Sakari Al-Azhar probably couldn't handle those guys. They knew, and Deacon Hakar knew once Hassad left, he's an actual better debater than he is. And all these debates are full of trash, man. When you look on their channel, debate this, debate that, debate this, debate that. How long are we going to go with this? They're doing the same thing Netta does. They're doing the same thing, what's his name, Vocab Malone does. The same thing Dr. Brown does. All these guys are hustlers. And they're hustling you for the entertainment. You're paying for it. Anyway, that's all I have on that. Shalom.